This is kind of reading.
Wait.
I feel so blessed here today. Sid Yiddish. Without the Candy Store Henchman,
Is it recording?
Yeah, I think it is recording.
All right.
but we've had the Candy Store Henchman perform with him. And so it's a little different to have him without the Candy Store Henchman, but it's great to have him Shane with a trade to Sid's work. So Sid, may I put the mic on you?
Oh, yes.
Because sometimes I know you like to walk around. And in the past, we did a big march on the beach, we played in the sand, we jumped in the water. We had so much fun. He's great. He's very multimodal, multi-talented young man. Great. We had so much fun at the Wizards. The Wizards love you. We love you because you're different. And you're in the moment. Okay. So here we go, and we'll put this. What do you think? I'm gonna try it up your sleeve.
Put up my arm?
Yeah,
Okay.
put it up your
You're being bugged.
That feels so good.
Oh, yeah, you feel
Wait,
like
my foot is trapped in the wire.
Okay. All right. Well, first, thanks for getting me on in such a late time, late notice. You know, just instead of wanting to do my poetry as opposed to doing music, which
yeah, it's a real
sometimes I
different
do.
thing. It's so
I
nice.
appreciate that. So, most of the poems I'm going to read today are kind of deciding right now that are. I'm writing a book. I've been writing a book for about a little over a year, based on selected interviews I did as a journalist, and my poetry. And this is one of them. So I should explain to you. The word fart in Denmark means speed or motion. And this, which I'm reading the lyrics for, the song actually recorded in 2018, and it'll be out on the album, the new album, Great Humankind, by Clean Boys. And the name of this poem is called Postalfart. The other day, I threw a letter in the mailbox, but the postal clerk rubber stamped it, returned to Snagelfart sender. Was it a postal fart, a fender, sender, bender? Felt my brain shred it right through a parcel fart back ender. Couldn't get my stamps, couldn't get my cards. No use to trivialize what you can't have. Come to realize when I told my mom the post office era is past her. It's now the grocery clerk who's become the new postal fart master. Fart tramp, 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 to get a fart stamp, 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 down at Netto, the new postal fart ghetto. Next stop, Pony Express, next move, I don't know, it's such a mess. Internet assassinated the mail carrier. The internet is now the new postal fart slayer. Nobody takes a pen and a piece of paper or the time to write a letter without being a trendsetter. Internet has choked the breath of what used to be and now's become in reality a dead postal fart letter. This generation has spread too much disinformation. Who gives a fuck? You're shit out of luck when it's just another party fart transformation. Just give me one piece of junk mail instead of a piece of spam. I may go postal fart with my own fucking fart plan. Fart tramp, 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 to get a stamp, 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 down at Netto, the new postal fart ghetto. Thank you. This is another one I've been doing more writing on. And this is called In the Morning When I'm Lost. This is from my friend Elizabeth. My bed springs like grass, pushing little things aside from each other in the rain. Blades like follicles of fire and dust and hair that I brush out every day when after I take a shower and humming a song that comes from nowhere but my brain pushing through the catacombs and onto a plateau of blood and tears and sweat and color that is forming forever. I don't know where from yet, bonds me with familiarity, like the man driving the bus who opens the door and says hello as I step forward and pay the fare. My eyes feel the air like winter breeze, so windy and cold, pushing me down and away. Inside the window path, whether icy or chilly, inside the billowing ideas, formed like clouds passing by, and not getting that chance to say hi as I sit by, passing the thick grass, chewing pasta with camera shutters clicking in my face, wondering if I'll ever find that blade of grass still stuck between my teeth that bounces slightly like the bed springs of another anxious-filled morning. Afraid. I'm afraid, not being afraid, afraidly, afraidish. After the fact, I tell myself convincingly, why am I not afraid of sleeping alone when I'm afraid of sleeping with the wrong person? Why am I not afraid of eating alone when I'm afraid of wasting a meal with bad conversation? Why am I afraid of not getting laid when I'm afraid of bad sex? Why am I not afraid of being with someone else when I'm afraid the next one might not be the one? Why am I not afraid of being alone when I'm afraid of being with someone who makes me feel alone? Because I must be what I am, afraid of being afraid.
Yeah.
So this is a really old one. Back in my college days, and also probably from my $2 cockroach days.
Yeah.
This is called Myth of a Dream Omitted from a Good Humor Truck. Coldness. Eye cycles foam from your mouth, sleeping heavily 5 months or so. Warm shutters fill your truck now idling in the alley. Dream of happy thought. Distribution of ice cream pops to the little kids each spring and summer. And each season you went around, the children grew up faster than you ever did. Those same children gave their children money for ice cream, pockets crammed with nickels and dimes. Little Stevie was the first customer there. He knew exactly when you chimed. Oh yes, those were the days of frosty malts, Dixie cups, and blue and white trucks. You no longer idle in the alley. Mass marketing has made your life miserable, and the children, like the dream, have melted into a puddle of blue, white, and red. Another one from those days. This is called Deathbeds, Slept in Just Once. Brace for the worst that came and went. Blown off faces, torn trees, scorched skeletons. No longer a threat, post-cradled thoughts. Skipped once merrily, now lie flat on muddy banks. Searing sensibility, lost to lunacy, inspired by lust. For deathbeds, slept in just once. Couldn't find one brave soul to be by my side. Always, always. Dear God, why didn't you change me into a bird so I could fly far, far away? Instead, I am torn apart at the roots, raped of my freedom I once shared so tenderly, aching agitation, twisting in the wind. Oh, let's see. So this is another new one. This is called Jim's Phone. It's for James. Jim's phone is overheating, bleeding like a lamb to slaughter, him telling me wonderful stories about his newly discovered daughter. Meanwhile, his phone is boiling like a lobster in the smoggy, steamy city of LA. He says he'll stick it in the fridge for 15 minutes, and I say, okay, I'll call him back. I decide to wait 20 and ponder some thoughts. In the meantime, Jim puts the weird in weirder, though he says it's me. I call Jim a pervert. Jim calls me a bastard. I tell him it must have been the Furby. We both laugh. I love Jim and Jim loves me. He's one of the few who can still call me beep so proudly. He tells me a lot of bad jokes and funny lies. We can talk about many things and it'll be understood in our eyes. He worries a lot about his daughter, and who wouldn't? Why shouldn't he? He does everything else a father can. God bless him. Slim Jim knows all my secrets, all my fears. Doesn't listen to Bim Scala Bim. doesn't smoke a lot of pot anymore, doesn't go to Texas or Montana, has a strange phone that cuts me off and I have to redial it maybe 4 or 5 times, is still a comedian whom I saw in 2019, is still the same guy I met in Chicago at No Exit in October of 1995 reciting a poem about a coked out mouse running amok in a maze, inspired enough to write a poem about how much I love him. God, I hope he gets a new phone soon. Let's see. I have got maybe 2 more. This is another one. This is actually a favorite of mine, and my favorite of my Uncle Mickey's. And this one is called Mouse Number 17. I found mouse number 17, the one that chewed through my gabardine. Only weeks before, the other ones rode upon my Mexican jumping beans. The week in February when it all began, I saw a little brown mouse shaving in a frying pan. Then alas, it disappeared. To tell the rest, the coast was clear for a family of 17. The ringleader did appear, its little face so full of cheer, as it herded the family into my place. A deluxe Waldorf rodent space, fresh food, medicinal teas. Oh, how clever it could be. What brains it showed. Mouse number 17. The plan was executed well, a mouse in every corner, so I could tell that this would be no ordinary rodent terror cell that would make my life a living hell. The sleepless nights I endured, mouse pellets scattered like a breadcrumb trail, shreds of paper mixed in along the way, the twitching of that little tail. So I laid, there's more. Thank you. Yeah, it's okay, I get it. So I laid down mouse traps everywhere, murdered 8 in a single snare. That first weekend I had won, but the battle had just begun, so said the mastermind, mouse number 17. Soon, one by one, the family died from cheese, peanut butter, and Coca-Cola laced with cyanide. 8 more mice had taken the bait, but I knew only one remained, the one that hid inside the bathtub drain, the smartest of the bunch, the landlord of my terrain, the one that had caused so much pain just to frustrate me. It was a warm, sunny April afternoon when I came home to escape a workday full of gloom, and there it lay upon the kitchen floor. I stared at it just to make sure it was dead. Not one blink did those beady pink eyes shed. The decon did its trick as I swept it up with my broomstick and sang an elegy as I threw it away. Mouse number 17. Okay, now you can. I do have one more, but it's not a poem. I'd like to throat sing one of my most minor hits, and it's called Mykel Board Weasel Squeezer, and it is in two tones, Karkara, which is the deeper one, and Chalandic is the upper one. And it goes a little like this. Now I can see everybody. Cool. Wow, 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 wow. Wow, 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 wow. Wow, 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 word. Weasel. Squee. Weezer. Thank you very much.